McFarland Spartan Basketball is on the air. Good evening, Spartan Nation, and welcome to McFarland Boys Basketball. My name again is Bill the Big K Cather, your play-by-play announcer, 69-year-old two-time cancer survivor, just living the dream of bringing McFarland youth activities to you. Do my best again tonight to keep this telecast as accurate, informative, and entertaining for your viewing pleasure as possible. And tonight's special guest, girls varsity coach, Mr. Pete Allstate. You're in good hands with Pete Willickett. Going to be joining me for the game analysis and adding a lot of extra insight. So should be quite a treat tonight as we're watching the battle for second place in the Rock Valley Conference tonight. Let me first give a shout out to those watching in Kansas City, Edgerton, Wisconsin tonight. Maybe some of you couldn't make the trip down here tonight. Minneapolis, Chicago, Houston, many other locations, including Pennsylvania, California, Arizona, Florida. Meet my own son watching down in Colombia, South America. For your information, these games may be viewed 4 different ways. First, some of you are now watching live on our cable 982 station here in McFarland. Second way is this game is now being live streamed at our cable website, YouTube McFarland Cable. Third way of viewing this, you can watch it later tonight after the ball game's over with, tomorrow, next week, next month, next year, whatever. Again, at our website, YouTube McFarland Cable. And the fourth way of viewing this game would be to go to the Village of McFarland website, and they have a link to how to view this game. So again, YouTube McFarland Cable. Again, sometimes I have the pep band and I sing with them, do karaoke as a tribute to Badger Bill Garvey, legendary coach, teacher, and band director here. Lost his life to cancer 5 years ago. So what I always do, a tribute, Cather karaoke, the school song. So here we go. Fight for our Spartans valiant, fight for our colors brilliant, fight, fight, McFarland high. Don't let them buy you, rah, 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 hail to our Spartans valiant, hail to our colors brilliant, though odds be great or small, we're victors overall. Tribute to you, Badger Bill, gone but never forgotten. Love you, man, for all you did for this school district. On the outside tonight, it's a rather balmy 20 degrees when I came in tonight, according to Mr. Gary Indiana Canalti of CBS. But who cares? Because as Brent Musburger used to say, we are looking live inside the McFarland High School Gymnasium on this Tuesday evening, January the 23rd, 2018, to witness tonight's battle between the Crimson Tide of the Crimson Tide of Edgerton and your McFarland Spartans. The Crimson Tide of Edgerton, coached by Mr. Darrell Fox, Division III school, 576 students. 10-2 overall, 8-2, and again, I mentioned tied for second place in the Rock Valley with McFarland. Their last game, they had a big victory over Beloit Turner, 58-56. They're led by 6'3" senior Jacob Fox, 15.3 points a game. 6'3" senior Donovan Cohn, 8.9 points a game. 5'10" senior Dan Zemet, 8.5 points a game. A 6' freshman, Clayton Jenny, 7.9 points a game. And a 6'3" senior, Alec Johnson, 7.1 points a game. So pretty balanced scoring for the Crimson Tide, averaging 60.6 points a game. For your McFarland Spartans, coached by Mr. Jeff Meinold, assistant Tim King. Division II school, 687 students, 9-5 overall, 8-2. Again, battle for second place tonight. Their last game was a tough loss here at home to East Troy, battle for first place. They got beat 61-44 by the East Troy Trojans. Led by 6'6" junior Trayvon, the Tower of Power Chisholm, 14.2 points a game. 6' junior Philip, the Magic Man Robinson, 11.3 points a game. 6'2" junior Daniel, the Wild Thing Tenius, 10.5 points a game. Excuse me. 6'2" senior Brady, the Blender Butler. Throw all the basketball skills into a blender, mix them up, and out comes Brady Butler. 6.9 points a game. And a 6'4" senior Hunter, Mr. Diligent Patchen. Never quits till a job gets done, 6.5 points a game. And I'll mention right now, Hunter Patchen, my 7-minute senior interview will be with him right at the start of halftime tonight. So as soon as we go to halftime, hold on, don't go get those beverages and drinks and other things. Hold on and please listen to the interview I had. Great interviews with these seniors. So Hunter Patchen was no different than the rest. I think you'll enjoy it. In their first game this year, McFarland won 57-48. Chisholm 11, Butler and Robinson 10, Wanta 9, and Patchen 7 points. And for Edgerton, Fox and Cohn 12, Johnson 7, and Spang had 6 points. Cather's keys to tonight's ball game for McFarland. obviously reduce turnovers. Secondly, play through the post. I believe Chisholm, it'd be important for him to get a touch every time down the floor. Make their free throws, and as the coach who's sitting next to me would say, control what you can control. And for Edgerton, number one, stay focused. Again, this is another big game in the opponent's gym, so don't let your emotions get all caught up in those. Number two, be patient against McFarland's pressure defense. 3, make free throws, and 4 for them also, limit your turnovers. Question to be answered tonight, who will wind up in sole possession of second place? That question will be answered 36 minutes of basketball away. So next, I'd like to quick run down our Spartan sponsors. We have many of them. Edward Jones, Joe Muning and Tyler Weedle Agency, Gingerbread House Preschool, Nelson's Bus Service, SG Insurance, Steve Garvel Agency, Schrammel Realty Group, McFarland State Bank, Baker Tilly, Angelos McFarland, State Farm Insurance, Jim Hartman Agency, Gunderson Funeral Home, Sparkle Auto Body, Ken's Automotive, Madison Futsal, Luke's Cafe, Lakestone Properties, Culvers of McFarland, Washa Construction, Main Moon Chinese Restaurant, Spurley Farms, Wisconsin Betting, Dan Frank, Green Lantern, McFarland True Value, Dan Chin Homes, Rural Masonry, Credo Product Development, 608 Threads, Farmers Insurance, Michael Chandler Agency, The Little Gym, Quick Trip, Scott White Chiropractic and Zelm Chiropractic, Matt Splinter Memorial Foundation, the Maple Tree Supper Club, Tim O'Brien Homes, Spartan Bowls, Shelton Signs, and Spartan Pizza. And again, with that long list of sponsors, you can see how appreciative we are as a school district and athletic programs and that for all their support. So please, when you go in and use these special services and businesses and everything else, make sure you give them a shout out as to how much you appreciate their support of McFarland Spartan School District and athletics. So with that, I'm going to turn it over here. I'm going to welcome in head girls varsity basketball coach, Mr. Pete Allstate. You're in good hands with Pete Willicott. Welcome you in to tonight's big second place battle. And again, I always enjoy doing these broadcasts with you, Pete. You bring a lot of great insight into these, so thanks a lot for joining me here again tonight.
Well, I appreciate the opportunity to be here.
I'm not going to let you get away with just saying that. Keep going, buddy boy. I've talked enough here.
Big thing tonight for both squads is they've got to realize that game one basically means next to nothing. It means little to nothing. You may have done some nice things. Sure, some of the schematics might be the same. Obviously the personnel will, but there's so many little things in a game that goes different from game to game that you have to kind of bury what you had in game one.
Yep.
And just get ready to play this one possession at a time.
I couldn't agree more so because, hey, as we always say, play in the present. You know, the past is gone. Learn from it and make some adjustments or some corrections in that. But basically, in the meantime, they should have just been working on fundamental basketball and improving their skills. So please do what we're going to do right now. Stand. If you're at home, stand. Please take your hat off, put your hand over your heart, and get ready to pay tribute to the United States of America. Bill the Big K Cather. I'll be back with the starting lineups in just a minute. All right, over to public address announcer John Wells for your starting lineups tonight. First for the Crimson Tide of Edgerton. Clayton Jennings, a 6-foot freshman, number 3, averaging 7.9. And we're 1 minute in the ball games. Nothing. Soccer, we would say it's 0-0.
And this is where Trey's got to really be careful now, because as we've seen in a couple of these games, if he gets into that early foul trouble, it throws his game off a little bit. He's not as aggressive. No. Plus, he's on the bench. So he's got to be careful here not to pick up his second quick.
Johnson. Jenny, and from the deep corner, Fox, no good. Leading scorer, 15.3, and an errant 3 ball. Butler not looking. It's okay, came back with it. Herbst. Chisholm.
Like to see Nick
Patchen.
use that quick first step.
Errant pass, trying to look for the cutter. Herbst coming across. Well, you can't enter the ball from that high up outside the
we talk about that as being a BAP, a bad angle pass. Anything above the free throw line to the post.
Good point, I like that. Here we are again on camera. Hello. Still donut holes on the board. And I thought on key, usually that opens up the hoop, but I guess not. Johnson, drive Jenny, over to Long. Guarded by Herbst. Jacob Fox out on top. 6'3" senior leading scorer. Herbst on the switch, and the ball back to Long, and a nice rejection. Boy, that's nice. That wasn't a second foul that time.
Yeah, I was going to say, holding the breath a little bit if you're a McFarland fan there, hoping that Trey doesn't catch his second.
Absolutely. And because you never know when the whistle is going to blow. Oh, nice backdoor cut, and just through the hands. Tenius, nice bullet pass to Brady Buckler coming in on the backside, but through the hands, like the wide receiver in football, starts to make a play. Got to possess the ball first.
I really like the way Brady responded to that, though. He went there and let Daniel know, hey, that's on me. That's my fault. I got to get that. And Daniel gives him a little high five. We just move on. And
isn't it nice to see somebody be accountable for themselves? Huh?
We always tell the kids in football, it's always the fault of the better athlete. You'd be surprised at how quickly they start taking blame for everything. Oh, no, that was me. No, that was me. It's always the fault of the better player.
Oh. Inbounding the ball, Jacob Fox. Johnson driving on Patchen. Zima. Johnson, and he shuffled the feet, and we are still sitting at 0-0.
Nice communication by those two guys in the corner there, being able to trap a little bit of pressure to recover as the ball comes out.
Yep.
That closeout that Patch had there was a big part of what caused that travel.
Right. Again, Hunter Patchen will be my halftime interview tonight, so please stay tuned for that. We'll cue it up right at the start of halftime. Find some very interesting things out. I loved talking with these kids and find out a little more about them. A whole lot more to this than playing basketball. Butler, little deep bounce pass, kicking around. Oh, Herbie Herbst. Beautiful move and just a little strong on the mid-range jumper.
I've seen his dad hit 1,000 of those in morning ball, so I figured it was genetic and he'd hit that one. So,
you know, again, we've talked about him. The mid-range jumper's not a high percentage shot, but boy, they had Johnson and cut through that time.
I'll tell you, I'm just glad to see Herbst attacking.
Yes. Oh, and to put up a shot.
Yes, that's good.
Yep. Let's see Nick. Go ahead and look for it. If it's there, take it. Tenius, the wild thing! Kaboom! And the first three ball of the night for Daniel Tenius, 6'2" junior. Finally getting the lid off the bucket. 3-0 McFarland, 14-15 left to go in the first half. Little 8-foot baseline jumper, no good. And on the putback, number 5, Jacob Fox, leading scorer, getting his first deuce of the night. And we're at 3-2. 14 minutes left to go.
Little miscommunication defensively there. You had two closing out on him in the middle.
Wow, the tower of power, Chisholm. On the right elbow jumper, right elbow mid-range jumper for Trayvon Chisholm, 5'2", 13:45 in the first half. McFarland with a 3-point advantage. Again, Bill the Big K Cather, joined by the coach, Pete Willickett of the varsity girls, and who snuck in that time? Was that Herbst again?
Looks like Herb slid in to try and take the charge.
Oh, but we don't need him laying on the floor again, holding the head, as we saw the last game in that. Had a little head bump. And
it looked like he was grabbing his ankle at first, but I think that's going to be his second.
Yes, it is. Alec Johnson, 6'3" senior, going to the line for his first throw of the night. No good. Said another one of my keys tonight, as it's been in every game. Free throw shooting by these teams, boys and girls, is just, I can't say anything but kind of atrocious. Just, boy. And the second free throw, nice stroke by Alec Johnson, and we're 5-3. 13:30 to go in the first half, 5-3, McFarland. Philip Robinson, the magic man in the ball game.
Love to see Philip get an easy one early, either at the line or at the rim, kind of build that confidence and get himself ready to go.
Right. Number 1, Donovan Cohn, 6'3" senior.
Not sure if they caught it on the camera there, but you can see Brady. He's telling the crew to get the ball moving, get that thing moving east and west here, get the defense playing reversals and being able to attack.
Oh, and the cutter, kick it out. Johnson, drive right by Chisholm. Oh, beautiful little dump pass. I don't know why Zevant didn't put it up. And Johnson, mid-range jumper, no good. Cohn on the rebound, battling. Butler to come down. Nice hustle that time by Hunter Patchen, keeping that ball alive. I said Mr. Diligent, he keeps working and working and working until the job gets done.
Yeah, if they're going to keep passing up layups for mid-range jumpers,
Boy,
I like
for
McFarland's chances this evening.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, I don't understand. Zima get down to about a little 2-3 foot, 45-degree angle bank shot, and Tenius basically just threw the ball out of bounds. Of course, claiming that it was tipped. Not the prettiest basketball so far, Coach. Both teams struggling a little bit here on a Tuesday night.
Yeah, a little bit of a finals week deal.
Yeah, well, that's right. Yep.
Both squads.
Both schools, yep.
That was one of the things that my mentor and dear friend Brad Minner always told me is, just be very wary on finals week. It's like werewolves, who knows what's going to happen. It's a full moon. Yep. It's all those things combined. So
the legendary Brad Minter. Shot by Zima, no good. A nice box out by Wanta. Chisholm coming down with the ball. And tried to do a little too much with it. Had to give it up to a guard. Cone down and a beautiful left-handed lay-in. And we're knotted at 5-all at the 11:50 mark of the first half. Yeah, Trayvon Chisholm, probably Trayvon should have given that ball up rather than taking it, trying to do an Ethan Happ and go most of the floor yourself. Cody Wanta, NASA in the ball game. Cody's been very active in his game so far this year when he comes in. A nice job.
Well, and the other thing, whether or not he gets it to a guard isn't nearly as important as I think he had Daniel on the kick ahead in general.
Right.
You need a guard, post, center.
Keep your head up and advance it with the pass.
Get that ball moving.
Good point.
See if he can get something.
Yep. Wanta, Butler. I really like what Brady Butler's doing tonight, too. He's doing a lot of communicating with his teammates, trying to get them, trying to be a coach on the floor, getting movement. Give some directions.
His leadership is showing right now.
Yeah, it
is
is
outstanding. That's all they need is one guy to step up. And then you got to have enough people to follow it and really just trust that guy.
Absolutely. Shout out to the Hervats tonight, watching Max Hansen checking into the game. The crossing guard. 6'6" sophomore, I'm sorry. Butler. Uh-oh. And coming down, and on the overlay was Jaden Johnson.
Like to see McFarland slip that up screen on the baseline out of bounds. It looks like the center's not following that guy up. They might have something coming right back down the lane line.
5-5, 11:15 to go. Hansen over to Wanta. I thought Nassau was going to launch one there, but side his feet and shoulders weren't quite set. Good decision. If you're not ready to catch and commit. Hansen. Cone coming down, his second intercept, and he's going to attack the basket. Cone's made a couple of nice drives to the basket. Wanta doubled up, and we have a foul.
I love the idea of Max's pass in that situation. Does a nice job of getting that thing reversed. Wouldn't mind him peeking at the rim. And obviously the execution is not as he intended, but the thought of it was really, really well planned.
Yep. Very astute observation by the coach. Butler, nice drive. Oh, and just couldn't get the kiss out of bounds off Jenny, the 6-foot freshman.
That's the second missed opportunity that McFarland's had on the high-low, though. They've got that guy with the duck in when they're fronting the post on the wing.
But, boy, you got to deliver that ball at the right time. Can't sit there and go, maybe. All right. Cody Nassau, Wanta, kaboom. 3-ball for Nassau. I said he'll launch him from anywhere at any time. Feet and shoulders were square. Nice rotation on the ball. 8-5, McFarland lead. 10:15 to go in the first half. Beautiful bounce pass in. And a lay-in. Very nice give and go that time. And the lay-in by number 45, Nick Spang.
That's a little pick and roll clinic there. You've got to make sure your help defense is there. You can't play pick and roll 2-on-2. You got to bring the third defender. Absolutely.
That was a great word for it, a clinic. Just how you draw it up, Max Hansen. Kick it out. Wanta again. Nope, a little strong. Rebound coming down.
Couple of perimeter shots early from McFarland. They got to make sure they're crashing the boards yet, too.
Yep, and Cone going into traffic and drawing the foul. Donovan Cohn, 2 balls so far tonight, 6'3" senior, averaging 5 rebounds a game, and their second leading scorer at 8.9 points a game. 2 free throws. And Edgerton is now 1 for 3 from the line. Alec Johnson 1 for 2, and Cohn, you get a second chance here. Tenney is checking out of the ball game. Cohn, second throw, good, 1 for 2, and we are knotted at 8. 9:35 left to go in the first half. 8-8. Battle for second place here tonight. Tuesday night, January the 23rd, 2018. Oh, Wanta loves that right side. I was over here Saturday Open Gym and I told him that right side. Oh, but a nice look-off pass. And the basket by number 23, Jaden Johnson. And another turnover in Cone. The look away.
When you're running in transition, you've got to get wide, get your backside to the sideline. You notice on that one, Patch was going just outside the lane line. When Wanta tried to get the kick ahead, it's an easy angle for Cone to get that steal.
Yeah, I'm going to rely on you sometimes because I was jotting down stats, so I didn't even see that steal. But let me just quick say here, McFarland Cable TV Channel 982 is a function of the Village of McFarland and is producing high school sports as a result of a community survey and fan interest indicating viewers like you at home, as well as fans in attendance, desire this type of programming. I encourage you to inform your village officials by way of an email, a phone call, how much you enjoy these high-quality productions. Positive efforts of our McFarland youth deserves to be recognized in all forms of the media. State Journal, a Thistle, Cable Channel 982, as well as our website. Remember that, YouTube, McFarland Cable. You may view this game at any time, later tonight, tomorrow, next week, next month, next year. So once again, thanks for your support, and a special thanks to Mr. Eric Redding, head cable coordinator, the big boss man, as well as our staff who we have here tonight. On the cameras, we've got Patrick Hasty and BB Benny Becks up at half court giving you our great videos. And on the board tonight, being manned by Patrick TC from the Twin Cities Morn and smiling Ryan Denzer. So thanks a lot, guys. Can't do it without you guys. And again, we've really upped the quality of our picture, and our telecasts, I think, have improved greatly. So hope all you people, no matter where you are in the world, are enjoying this, including my own son down in Columbia, South America. Got to get better, Bretter. Well, he's not feeling good tonight, so he said we're just going to sit in bed and watch the ball game tonight. Switch back and forth between Iowa and Wisconsin and Edgerton and McFarland. So.
Not an awful situation to have.
Cone, 1 for 2. So Edgerton, 50% from the free throw line. And again, an errant pass. Boy, just have to be more alert and careful with the ball here. And just that shocked look as soon as Cody went to pass that ball was just like, oh no.
Yeah.
Just the look of panic set in.
Now the only thing is to follow that up with a little bit of a get back, just in case they take that thing.
Absolutely. I said, you make a mistake on offense, you play twice as hard on defense and get that ball back for your team. Robinson, deep corner, little short, and rebound to Zima. 11-8.
Awful physical play in the post right now. Trayvon's got to be careful he doesn't pick up a cheap one here fighting for position.
Right. Johnson, Zima. Carted by Max Hansen, picked up by Chisholm. And we have a travel by Jaden Johnson. A lot of foot shuffling. A lot of guys want to get moving before they put the ball on the floor, Coach.
You've got to put it down before you pick it up. You got to put that ball down before you pick up that pivot foot.
Seen a lot of examples of that tonight. 11-8, 8:30 left to go in your first half. Not a thing of beauty so far. But you want to know, Matt? If you come out with a W, it doesn't matter.
Well, and if you're in a Big Ten game here, you just talk about the great defense.
Oh. Right.
Talk about the fantastic defense both of these teams are
unbelievable. Just they are both in just lockdown mode, aren't they?
Despite the missed bunnies, half free throws, 50% from the free throws, and
oh, it's just like vice grips are on everybody here. I mean, they're just in your face, just. No, this is a product of just not both teams really failing a lot on the fundamental end of play. Launched by Fox, no good, and Chisholm down with the rebound.
And that's much better spacing in transition there with Phillips running that sideline more.
Ooh, got lucky, almost a double dribble that time. Brady, Chisholm, right elbow, Patchen, Butler. Skip it over to Max Hansen, driving the lane. Butler going strong to the hole, and the kiss off the glass. Nice drive by the blender. Brady Butler, his first deuce of the night. Oh, and a nice bounce pass, but Long wasn't ready for it and picked up by the Spartans. 11-10.
Brady might have caught one to the face there on the way in. I don't know if it was before or after or what, but he's grabbing his jaw a little bit. We'll see how he plays this out.
Left elbow, mid-range jumper, no good, but fouled.
More importantly, there goes my theory of never getting free throws on mid-range jumpers. Unless you're Trayvon can shoot them and make them, and he can get free throws. He gets the green light for mid-range from here on out.
Okay. And you know what's nice? I use the word accountability. Nice to see that the coach was accountable for an earlier comment that he made and is coming back and, commenting on it. So I appreciate you being accountable for that. Trayvon Chisholm, good on the first one.
Only Trayvon gets to shoot them, though. Nobody else. Everybody else has still got to.
There's another quotable quote. I'm making a mental note of that. Chisholm gives the Spartans a 1-point lead at 12-11. 7:10 left to go in your first half here. Again, Bill the Big K Cather and the coach, Pete Willicott, sitting to my right. Hope you're enjoying this ball game. I got to believe the way this thing's going, it's going to be what we call a white knuckler. Oh, and a push-up by Long. Using that left arm to push the Tower of Power off, trying to gain position as he drove to the basket.
There's going to be a massive, massive mismatch right now with Long and Spring both out of the game. Trayvon should get about 6 touches of possession if he doesn't shoot it on the first one.
Well, let's just see how patient the Spartans are going to be. Over to Patch, and no good, and kick it down the floor. Oh, and Brady just bumped Donovan Cone coming down. That would have been pass interference in football.
I was going to say,
correct?
I tried getting
pass interference.
Tried getting him out for this fall, a little DB work. He might have been all right there. But.
They would have definitely thrown the flag on that. 12-11, 6:41 to go in your first half. Brown Spartans up by 1. Jumper no good by Clayton Jenny, freshman. Gonna ball up, kick it out to Jensen, going baseline. Couple of feet, Cone, take it strong to the basket. The little pull up, little 3-foot J, and Jacob Fox, his second deuce of the night. 4
Great
points.
elevation, way to get himself up, square to the rim. Nice job finishing high.
Yes, he did. Got the ball up, shot over his head, got his shoulders, square to the basket. Just a little rotation. We're not going to call that a mid-range. That was just a little
pull up.
Yep, little pull up.
I'll tell you what, I think McFarland's missing a real opportunity here.
Phillip just lost control of the ball. Again, got going. Feet got going before the ball got on the floor.
I don't know if Trayvon has touched foot on that block or in that painted area since they've come out. So missed opportunity right now for McFarland. They've got to get down there and get him a touch.
Absolutely. I mean, I can't say it enough. That was probably would have been my number 1 comment on tonight's ball game, was to work through the post to Trayvon. Especially what we're seeing here with just the size differential on that. Cone going to the stripe again. 2 for 4 on the night, and now 2 for 5, and the free throw woes continue for both teams.
Here we go. Now we got to just get it moving.
Ackerman in the ball game. There's Nassau from the deep corner. Kaboom! Cody Nassau-Wanta. Second tray of the night, and it's 15-13 the Spartans. As we're both sitting here going, boy, Chisholm had great seal position down low that time too, but Lunch going inside, and a nice little put in by Jacob Fox, his third deuce of the night. 6 points.
As much as we talked about that being a tough angle, really, really nicely executed there by Alec Johnson, being able to put it at the corner of the backboard and let that kid go get it.
Yep. Boy, do we have a nice student section for Edgerton. I guess I didn't notice that down here tonight.
I'm thinking it might not be finals week for them.
Wow.
Either that or they are just scholar athletes over there, and they're just ready to go. Finals week has no concerns for them.
Yep. Boy, that's as big a students crowd as we've had here all year. Double A, Austin Ackerman. Oh, and there's Chisholm right there. There's your height advantage. Knocking back 2, and we're at 17-15. McFarland Spartans on top. 5 minutes to go in your first half.
And that's going to be short-lived because you got Sprang at the table ready to come back in to help fix that mismatch.
And ball thrown out of bounds.
Spang.
Okay, Nick Spang. We'll drop the R out of there.
Yes,
is that okay?
My apologies there to the Spang family.
Yep. All right, 17-15, 4:40 to go. Butler. Ackerman. Tenius pushed by number 3, Clayton Jenny, the 6-foot freshman. Boy, and again, we keep talking every telecast how important footwork is right there, and you just saw. Feet got mixed up, push, and there's a personal foul on you. Got to keep a solid base.
It all starts from the bottom up. You got to be able to play with a great base, offensively and defensively.
Tenius, 3 balls so far in the night, and a missed free throw. You know, it's like, might as well give the other team the ball out of bounds when we go to the free throw line there.
The Wolves have been pretty serious from that spot here now.
Wow. Zeman being guarded closely by Ackerman, doing a nice job. Cohn. Cohn's done a nice job since coming to the game. Oh, swing it over to the other side, and on the back side, number 23, Jaden Johnson's going to go to the line for 2 throws.
What a tremendous job of not being in such a hurry, using a shot fake.
Yep.
Getting the guy out. And they actually called that one there on Ackerman, I think.
Jaden Johnson. That's better.
I thought for sure that was going to be the second one on Chisholm when he left his feet there, but they must have called Ackerman on the back end of it.
Jaden Johnson attempting to tie the ball game. Nope. 1 for 2. Oh, and the rebound by Spang. Nick Spang got the rebound. Put back. Spang, a 6'7" sophomore, so he can stay with Chisholm height-wise. Pass coming out to Spang, inbounds. The Rabbit, Luke Witter, in the ball game for McFarland. Cohn. Fox, 3 deuces so far for the leading scorer. Cohn. Guarded by Wanta. Looking for cutters. Everybody kind of standing around. It's like a wax museum out there. Got to get moving.
Ball movement and
Fox.
body movement.
Yep. Like we've slowed to a halt. We've hit road construction out here. Cohn on a double pump. That's probably going to be Chisholm, I believe.
I'm guessing Ackerman's not going to get this one from the bench, no.
Nope. Cohn tonight. 2 for 5 from the stripe so far. Be going back for 2 throws here. 17-16, Spartans in the lead. And Cohn, no good. He's now 2 for 6 from the line. I'm tired of talking about my free throw shooting clinic and seminars and that. I need to be sending everybody to them. And next free throw is good by Donovan Cohn.
You got to hand out some free samples. Just give them the first 15
Just
steps.
give them the taste of it,
Yeah.
and they'll see. I need to get my son back here, who is a great teacher of it, and there's another errant pass. Nice hustle by Witter that time. Hustling back. And a timeout by Edgerton. Boy, was that great hustle by Luke Witter, even after the mistake, like you said, Coach, make a bad pass, and boy, you got a quick get back, cover up for it. So nice job by Luke Witter. Hey, what I want to do, I also try and keep track of McFarland alums here. My featured alum for tonight is Bill Pearson, who is a 1974 graduate. No, not our AD. Mr. Paul Ackley. Bill Pearson, 1974 graduate, scored over 1,000 points in his career. 3 times all-conference basketball, played on McFarland's 2 state championship teams in 73 and 74. He was coached by Mr. Sam Mills. He was first-team All-State in 1974, and he also played for the University of Wisconsin Badgers from 74 to 78. Presently living in Denver, Colorado, and he got involved with .com, which is a high-tech development company, and obviously is doing extremely well. So we like to remember our alums if we can. So Bill Pearson, tonight's featured guest. 3 minutes left to go, 17 all in the first half. The battle for second place in your Rock Valley Conference. Zeman, guarded by the Rabbit, Witter, and Wanta, and on the double team. The Rabbit bringing a little energy here tonight. The Rabbit served me my meal the other night down at Culver's. I congratulated him on making sure that my order was properly placed, and I was given the correct change.
Attention to detail. You got to have that. Whether
That's right.
Playing ball or delivering ice cream and burgers. Soft serve, I believe it's called. Not
Tenius, the Wild Thing. Kaboom! His second 3-ball. The Wild Thing, and it's 2017. 2:30 left to go in the first half.
Pretty impressive job by him there with Spang on the closeout too.
Yep. Jenny.
McFarland switched the defense out of the timeout here.
Yep. Zeman, Jenny. Or to Zeman. Oh, I thought he was going to let it fly, but again, Luke Witter, boy, very scrappy. Like I said, he's just out there like a rabbit, ready to pounce.
Great.
So I gave him that nickname.
Great talk
Spang.
by Wanta there.
And there's Witter. Let's see what the Rabbit's going to do. Wanta. Probably okay. Slow it down. Nothing's there. Oh, they got lucky on that. Butler, will he kick it out? There goes Witter from the deep corner. Oh, and a little strong. And the rebound to Zeman. Cone. Advance it with the pass. You got to like that. Kick it back out. Fox. To Spang. And cutting down the lane. Oh, and the kiss off the backboard by Dan Zeman. And you know what I'm going to love about that?
A little glass work.
Using the glass. The kiss off the glass. Using it. $1:20 to go in your first half. 20-19. Again, remember, as soon as we go to halftime, I'm going to cue up the interview with Hunter Patchen, Mr. Diligent, and on cue, Hunter Patchen with the tip-in. You'll see my 7-minute interview with him, and it's 22-19. 1 minute left to go in your first half here, so please stay tuned for that interview. I think you'll find it very interesting. Clayton Jennings, Fox, double teamed over there.
An offensive rebound was almost reminiscent to another big offensive rebound that occurred between these two teams.
I believe, was that a year ago?
Yes, it was.
Yep. Conference title on the line, I believe, and that wrapped it up for McFarland, did it not?
Wrong hoop and wrong side, but that close or that crash was very reminiscent.
Yep. 22-19, 30 seconds left to go in your first half. 3-point advantage for the Spartans. Patchen on the cut through. Spang. Oh, but I thought Spang held his position, but he moved those arms at the last second. If he would have just held them skyward, he was set.
And again, what brought those arms down, though, was Patchen's shot fake.
Yep, you're right.
Bringing that ball up, selling that a little bit, gets those arms to come down for Spang.
First free throw, good. Shout out to Aunt Shannon, Tracy and Lisa, and his Uncle Brad, as well as his grandma and grandpa. Hope you're going to enjoy the halftime interview that'll be up here in 21.7 seconds.
Got to finish the half here. Pick up shooters, nothing cheap.
Yep. And a 5-point advantage, 24-19. Changing up the defense a little bit, giving a little different look. Up over the top. Johnson. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh my goodness, and this is going to be a 4-point opportunity. Kaboom! Daniel Zeman, the 5'10" senior, not only knocked down the 3, but a foul right at the buzzer also. And this is going to be.
I don't think there we go.
What are we doing also? We've cleared the lane.
Well, with a 0 seconds on the clock, he has to shoot with an empty lane.
Okay. And Zeman knocking it down. And Boy, that narrows it to a 1-point ball game, 24-23 at halftime. And again, it's Bill the Big K Cather along with the coach Pete Willicott. We're going to step aside here. Please sit back and enjoy this 7-minute interview with Hunter, Mr. Diligent Patchen, and we'll be back with the second half after the interview. My senior guest tonight is Hunter, Mr. Diligent Patchen. I call him nickname Mr. Diligent because he never quits until the job is done. And I said not just on the basketball floor, but I'm sure we're going to see also in other things that he does. But that's a great nickname. I said Mr. Diligent, so kudos to you for earning that. What about your favorite TV show, Hunter?
Favorite TV show is ESPN, just like watching like college basketball especially.
All right, I'm sure like a ton of the rest of us. Favorite movie?
Interstellar.
Favorite restaurant and food?
Texas Roadhouse and the bacon cheeseburger.
Okay, and what kind of car would we see you driving around town?
Pontiac G6.
Okay. What would you like to do for the world, Hunter, if you had a choice of something?
Probably just make people happy. Just do anything I can just to put a smile on somebody's face.
Okay, good for you. Kudos. That's neat. Okay, we'd like you to talk just a little bit about some of your other activities, whether it's athletics or clubs or anything else that you've done over your 4 years of high school.
All right, so last year I applied to NHS, and I got applied to National Honor Society. Also, I played AAU basketball since like 8th grade, so I've been going to like 6 different teams, so that was pretty cool. And also, like my neighbor, he doesn't really have like a father figure, so I try to be there for him as much as I can. Just be there, just support him, do anything I can to make him happy. Okay.
I said kudos to you. That's something very special, you know. And my next question was going to be what's one of your proudest moments that you've had throughout high school in your 4 years, whether it's athletics or real life, so I assume.
Yeah, definitely that. But I don't like try to think of it as like a chore or something like that. I think it's personally fun. You know, I just get joy out of just hanging out with him, doing fun stuff with him. It's no big deal, really.
And you know what? You might not think it's a big deal to you, but to him, you're the world, you know, so that's really neat. But that's pretty selfless on your part to say that, but you're really doing a great service there to him and others. What about in athletics? What might be one of your proudest moments in athletics?
Probably I have 2. So winning conference last year, that was pretty cool.
Okay.
And during AAU season, I think sophomore year or junior year, I played with this guy. He's like top 5 in the state, and I got a chance to go against him. I've always played on his team, so I got a chance to go against him and guard him. And for like the short time I was in him, I scored like 4 points on him, and he didn't score on me, so that was pretty cool.
That's pretty neat, huh? Good for you. What about something that might be your most disappointing moment, or something that happened where you say, gee, I wish I would have done something different, or I wish this would have had a different outcome? Again, sports or life, anything through high school?
Yeah, I definitely wish I would have done more with DECA, because I planned to do something with business related, and I definitely think that might have been a helpful or a good experience. But yeah, I really wish I would have done more with that.
What's the message that you might send then to younger people entering high school?
Get involved and do what you like to do. Do what you love. Don't be afraid to join a club or do a sport just because you think you might not be good or just because your friends aren't doing it. Just do what you love.
Very good. What are some life's lessons that you think you've learned from here? Something that where you'd say, boy, this is going to help me be a better person in the future.
Definitely work ethic, because for all sports, football, basketball, volleyball, anything, you got to have a good drive, and you have to want to be there. And I think that's going to translate to the real world. Like in the job, if you have a good work ethic, you're going to get stuff done, and you're going to get jobs.
And like I said, for you listening to this interview, you can see why Mr. Diligent fits Hunter Patchen right there, because he's not going to quit until the job gets done, and kudos to you. That's something really to be proud of. What's one word that you would like people to remember you as a basketball player from when they say Hunter Patchen? What do you want them to think of?
Worker. I want to be remembered as a worker. I want to always be remembered as I gave everything I got, no matter what. No matter who I was going against, I want to always get my team better, and I want to do the best so my team can win.
How'd you deal with, I'm sure you had games where, you know, you were disappointed in the outcome, whether it was your performance, the team, or whatever else. How did you deal with that?
Well, then all the negativity, a lot of people like to hold on to that and just it like manifests inside of them, and it just brings them down. I just try to think about it, know what I did wrong, and fix what I did, and just tell myself I can do better. I know what I can do, and just don't bring myself down.
Do you think that can convert over to real life then?
Definitely. If you don't get a job or you fail a test, if you just get down on yourself, it's going to keep happening. You're not going to improve. If you work at it and you realize and get a positive mindset, you're going to succeed. No matter whenever it is, you're going to succeed.
What about advice to young kids?
Definitely have an open mind, be coachable, have a good drive, want to be there, want to do it, have fun doing what you do.
Okay. What about your future plans, Hunter?
I applied to UW-Madison, Eau Claire, and then I might go to one of those or MATC and then transfer to UW after a year.
Okay. Studying what?
Business.
Business?
Yeah.
Where do you see yourself 5-10 years from now, maybe?
Hopefully hope I have a job.
Okay.
Definitely.
Good for you. Hey, I'm going to give you a chance to give a final shout out to the community of McFarland, fans, spectators, coaches, family, relatives, whatever. The floor is yours. Whatever you'd like to say, a final, whatever to McFarland right now.
So I'd like to give a shout out to all my family. They really support me, especially my mom and my dad, and they go to all of my games no matter how far away it is. Also, all my grandparents who can't make because they live in Florida or they live about an hour away. And also my aunt who's having a baby boy this coming fall.
Is that Aunt Shannon?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, I give her a shout out and I hope the delivery goes well.
Okay. All right. Anything else?
No?
Okay. If not, I really want to say, and I'm sure our viewers, this is so neat. You've shared with us a lot of stuff, and I greatly appreciate it. You've been a great representative of our community and our school district. Very proud of you and everything you've done in that and how positive you are. And continue your good work in that. We wish you all the best. Stay healthy. Continue to make good choices. And you're somebody very special. So thanks again, and good luck to you, Hunter.
second half brings here. Boy, what a turnaround there right at the end of the first half here with no time left on the clock, a 4-point play.
I believe that's back-to-back buzzer beaters for back-to-back halves in McFarland Edgerton games here in McFarland. Now,
it might be.
The last one did result in winning a conference title, and this one is a 1-point deficit at half. So the stakes aren't the same, but
right.
Two exciting finishes back-to-back here.
I agree. And again tonight, a little bit of a sparse crowd on the McFarland side here tonight. Again, exam week this week. But, boy, like we mentioned, Edgerton's really brought a nice crowd down here tonight for this ball game, especially student section. If you look at that picture right now, boy, that's as many students as I've ever seen from an opposing school here. So, again, pretty fairly close proximity here tonight, and big ball game playing for second place here. So nice loud music being played here by our AD Paul Ackley. Get everybody pumped up and ready for your second half of action. So here we go. Crimson Tide of Alabama. No, I keep saying that. Not of Alabama, of Edgerton. Starting line back in. Long in the ball game, being guarded by Butler on top.
McFarland in their zone here now.
Change it up a little bit.
Going to have to communicate on those high post entries.
3-ball, no good. Oh, and up over the top and missed by Johnson on the putback. Boy, he kept the ball up high, which was really nice to see. Just a little strong on the kiss off the glass. Like to see a lot of big guys bring that ball down. Oh, and then they went on the lob. Philip Robinson, nice bounce pass in. Oh, Van Chisholm. Boy, got to be a little careful on that. I thought he might pick up number 3. Oh, Ventenius wasn't looking. That ball got bounced right by him.
Great awareness by the guard there. You know, just because the guy's in the area, if he's not looking, he's not defending. So you got to be able to make that pass.
Right. Zemet in the corner. Skip it over. Kick it out. Fox over to Zemet. Fox on top. Into Jensen at the right elbow. Kick it out. Fox being very patient. Zemet in the long. Kick it back out. And Fox on the jumper. And
3 or 4
I'm
reversals.
sorry. That was Clayton Jenny, I believe, on the 3-ball that time.
3 or 4 reversals from Edgerton.
Yep.
2 post entries. You're going to get a lot of good things against that zone if you keep doing that.
And a 2-point advantage for the Crimson Tide, 26-24. Philip Robinson, the Magic Man, a little strong, 0 for 3 tonight so far on 3 balls.
Another
Crimson
shot
Tide
from
coming
Jenny
down.
Oh, thought he was going to pull on
Yep.
that one.
Again, Jenny is just going to get himself, he's got to get himself in a little better shooting position there, ready to receive and commit right away, especially since he just hit one. Oh, nice drive by Johnson. Oh, and the spin out and Long on the overlay, and 2 missed little bunnies by the Crimson Tide, and McFarland getting a little lucky on that one.
We'd like to see Long look to the basket when he catches it in that high post there.
All right, Butler. Brady doing a nice job in the lane there. 15:38 left to go in your ball game. Brady Butler, the blender. Throw those abilities into a blender, mix them up, and out comes Brady Butler. A deuce so far for Brady tonight. Give a shout out to his brother Ryan in LA tonight. Ryan's watching. 2 throws. First toss, good. Nice rotation on the ball. 26-25. Again, Bill the Big K Cather along with the coach, Pete Willickett. Long side for the ride tonight, bringing you the ball game. And Brady, no good, but Philip Robinson on the drive, rejected by Johnson. And there's going to be a technical foul on number 33, Alec Johnson. You could see him smack talk right away out of the chute.
Tremendous block, but you'd like to tell the young man, act like you've done it before.
Absolutely. You know, these actions are just products of what they've seen on TV and all this other stuff, and it's inexcusable to me. Such a hard time with that stuff. Play the game, for Pete's sake.
It really, really was a nice block. Great job rotating over. puts it right up against the glass. But boy, oh boy, you would sure hate to have this thing turn into another 1 or 2 point game like it did last year and then look back at this situation.
Right, yep. And I love it when you make them pay for that. I don't care which side of the ball you're on. Cannot condone that whatsoever. And Johnson taking a seat on the bench. Really unfortunate when kids let that stuff get involved with the game. Because I'm going to tell you, the game we saw a couple of weeks ago, Beloit Turner here, the last 5 minutes were just horrible. Both teams were not playing basketball, get involved in all the other stuff. Tenias, kaboom! Daniel Tenias, his third tray of the night. And the technical foul seemed to have picked up the energy here with the Spartans going to full court pressure. 30-26, a 4-point advantage.
That is a 5-point play when you look at the 2 free throws and the 3 at the end there.
Donovan Cohn coming back with a nice little 6-foot jumper, 2 deuces and 3 free throws for him, 7 points. 30-28, 15-minute mark. Philip Robinson 0 for 4 on the night. Just can't quite knock down that first three ball. Oh, been playing back, coming back on defense, anticipating that ball to Cohn, almost snatched it.
And if he goes with his inside handler, I think he might get himself the steal.
Expert analysis from the coach, and I couldn't agree more so. Zemet gonna go 3 ball, no good, a little strong. Oh, Cohn, wow. The one-handed retrieval by Donovan Cohn up over Chisholm, almost pulling it down, and I believe Chisholm still tipped the ball out of bounds. 30-28, 1-4-4-4, 14:44 left to go. Oh, and you can't allow that inbounds pass to go there, and they got lucky on the mishandle by Austin Long. Otherwise, going to get an easy deuce. And the Butler going strong to the basket, and Tenias, wow, Daniel Tenias, the wild thing, getting all pumped up here, doing a nice job.
And going back to that baseline out of bounds, you're absolutely right. Rule number 1 on the weak side there is you can't allow a leg whip. Can't allow a leg whip in a seal. You got to trust that your guard's going to cover that weak side corner.
Tenias 0 for 1 from the stripe. Chance for an old-fashioned 3-point play, as Steiny would say, and converts it. And we're at 33-28, 5-point advantage for the Spartans. 14:30 left to go in your ball game. Zemet. Cohn.
Edgerton's got to be careful not to get too stagnant against the zone. Ball movement, body movement.
Yep, Fox, leading scorer. Oh, and you can't do that. And Chisholm on the rejection of Cohn in the lane. Chance here for the Spartans. Got a little momentum going here. Boy, and if you get the momentum going, take advantage of it. Push that margin out as far as you can. Oh, and beautiful entry pass into Patchen. And I gotta believe we might have a timeout here from Edgerton. I guess not. It's called play on.
Probably going to go through it here in the next one if they don't get another bucket.
Yep. Jenny doubled over to Fox. Back to Jenny. Cohn. And he traveled. He shuffled his feet in there. Little intimidation by the Tower of Power Chisholm in there.
If he can get square, they have the high-low option from Cohn to Long.
Yep.
Obviously not now with Long on the bench, but.
All right. 35-28, 7-point advantage, 13:30 left to go in your ball game. Philip Robinson. Guarded by Jaden Johnson. Tenias. Coming off the screen. Robinson. Chisholm. Patchen. Philip Robinson rejected. Tough night for Philip so far. Crossover dribble that time by Jacob Fox and the kiss off the glass, but no NBA continuation. Even they've changed the rule this year, so continuation stuff doesn't happen anymore.
I remember seeing a couple of those games in recent years where guy follows up at half court. He takes three full steps and a crab dribble, tosses it up, and he gets about 6 free throws.
Right.
I didn't know the math on it. Didn't make any sense to me.
Kyle Willie checking into the ball game, a 6-foot junior, his first appearance for the Crimson Tide. And Willie from the deep corner, no good. And Max Hansen, the crossing guard, with the rebound. 6'7" sophomore. Wanta Over to the Rabbit Witter. Nice entry pass. Oh, Max. Careful with that. But Wanta running the point. Over to Patchen. Wanta. Guarded closely by Johnson. Oh, the Rabbit. Downtown, no good, but Cody Wanta. Nice job seeing the rebound. Deep rebound out. Wanta, Patchen. Looking for cutters. Max Hansen. Wanta.
There seems to be just a different energy right now coming from that technical. I think you absolutely nailed it there, Bill.
Yep. Uh-oh. And, of course, as soon as you said it, Johnson, Jaden Johnson, his second deuce of the night. Oh, the free throw, 5 points, and it's a 5-point ball game. Why is it whenever we make what seems to be a good comment, just the opposite happens? Of Johnson jumping and Wanta, no good. Butler again, nice job, Brady, and under control. Brady Butler kind of taking over.
I think they called a charge on that one.
Oh, no basket.
No, I think they called a charge. I thought we had the N1 initially there, but they
Thank you very much. I was already writing it down on my chart, and I missed that. That's why it's so nice to have the coach next to me here, because, again, trying to keep stats and everything else, it's a little hectic at times.
All right, so let's see what the mistake response is by McFarland here.
Fox, guarded by Witter. Boy, that could be a big turnaround there. Let's see if this could be a 4-point turnaround, a 5-point turnaround if they had a 3-ball.
We had one of those earlier here, didn't we?
Yep. Johnson. Cone does a nice job working underneath, and I'll tell you what, and he can get up too. He's got some good vertical on him. Jacob Fox be inbounding it. 6'3" senior, team's leading scorer. 3 deuces on the night so far, only 6 points for Jacob Fox. 11:08 to go here. Again, my staff. Patrick Hasty, and launched from the corner, no good. Patrick Hasty and Benny Becks, the cameras at half court. And we have a foul that time on Dan Zemet. And on the board tonight, smiling Ryan Denzer and Patrick Teesey out of the Twin Cities Morn. Thanks again, guys. Doing a great job again tonight. Patrick Morn, smiling Ryan Denzer on the board, and Patrick Hasty and Benny Becks up on the cameras. Oh, Wanta and Cody Wanta stuck with it, and the tip back in. Cody, 2 trays and a deuce. 8 points for Cody Wanta tonight.
McFarland absolutely crushing Edgerton on the glass in the second half here. 3-4 offensive rebounds that just led to some really nice things.
Yep. Jenny, McFarland fans trying to get a little into it. All 3 rows of them over there. Being vocal, though. Help out. Doesn't matter. And there in the background, you can see the Edgerton fans trying to come a little bit to life, trying to get a little life going into the Crimson Tide. Big ball game here tonight, 37-30, 10:15 left to go. Battle for second place. Fox being guarded closely by Witter. Jenny, and there's Fox. And we're going to have a what kind of play here as Jacob Fox, kaboom, hit the 3-ball.
It's not going to be an N1. I think they're going to get possession. It was
right.
running through the screen, so this could be a 6-point play, 5-point play, who knows?
Well, thing is, no bonus, so probably.
But they'll get another possession here now.
They'll get another possession, right?
Yes. I think it'll be Edgerton ball on the baseline out of bounds.
Yep, I agree so too. They're going to get the 3-ball out of Jacob Fox, making it 37-33, and they are also getting the ball out. I think Luke Witter trying to run through the screen.
I think they ended up getting Daniel on that.
Oh, was it Daniel Tenius?
Yep.
Yes, you're right. My fault. Into long.
And
there's
your
Fox.
6-point play. Oh.
And Clayton Jenny fouling Chisholm on the rebound. Boy, you're right. That could have been a 6-point turnaround, so we could have had a 4-point play and a 6-point play out of Edgerton. Two rarities.
And we had the 5-point play.
The
off
5?
Of the technical.
Oh, correct. You are right. A little of everything here tonight.
I think that might be bingo, Bill. I'll have to check my card.
4 corners, maybe.
Yes.
Oh, but we attribute that to North Carolina and Roy Williams, right? Phil Ford, some of those for some of you that go way, way back like I do.
I was going to say, was that Roy or was that the Dean?
Oh, and put back by Chisholm, no good. And what do we have on the floor?
Bodies. Just bodies, that's all I know.
Yeah. It was Patchen and Zeman on the floor. Boy, a couple of little miss bunnies there. Witter, nice drive to the basket, almost left-handed kiss off the glass. Chisholm on the putback, a little short side. 37-33, 9:34 to go in your ball game here. Chisholm at the right elbow. Wanta. Patchen trying to play with, got a height advantage down there on Zima. Chisholm, no good.
Standing on the three-point line. Oh, my goodness.
Yep. Fox. Pinched. I thought they might double him in the corner there. He had 4 defenders almost down in that corner.
Cone can really hurt this zone if he just starts playing square to the basket once he catches inside here.
Yep. He's got to give a target, be a little more active in there. There's a target. There he is right there.
But again,
and Chisholm, he's got a pump fake. Yep.
He's going to have long every time on that.
And Witter with a nice crossover dribble and actually switched the ball from right to left hand and drew the foul.
Cohen's got to realize as soon as he catches that thing, it's Chisholm who's lifting to help him, which means there's nobody on long underneath.
Right. Yep. Good point. The Rabbit, Luke Witter, first free throw attempt. And knock it down. 1 throw. Checking in the ball game, Philip Robinson and Brady Butler checking out the blender. Luke Witter, no good. Haven't had anybody tonight knock down 2 free throws in a row. Fox, Johnson, Fox, long, kick it out. Zeman wasn't ready, or no, yep, that was Zeman in the corner. I'm having problems because we're down here at one end of the floor and bad pass. Beautiful bounce pass, and Chisholm, went for the stuff rather than just making the basket. Boy, you got to just score that, don't you? Philip Robinson and Patchen on the putback, and again, Edgerton just getting beat up on the boards.
I mean, you know my feeling. I tell my girls never to go for the dunk.
Yep, right. We've discussed that too, because I know that you've reminded us, a lot of girls teams I know work a lot on dunking every night in practice, right?
Not us.
Nope, that's good, and that's a good thing. We're just kidding. LOL. Okay. Patchen. Good. Actually, I'll take that back. Hunter Patchen was 2 for 2, now 3 for 3. We do have a free throw shooter in the camp. Obviously, Hunter has spent some time viewing my 6-step free throw CD and putting it to work. And, of course, the jinx. And Wanta right up over the top of Cone.
Just reaches over the top. I mean, no box out.
Right.
Just standing there.
Nothing.
I mean,
They just
absolutely
stood.
crushing him on the
Absolutely.
glass.
We're at 39-33 here. 8:04 left to go in your ball game. Hey, Coach, got a couple quotes here. Let's see if you can comment on these. How about this one? Good, better, best, and never let it rest until your good is better and your better is best.
Growth mindset. I love it. 1% better each day.
We like that one. My next one would be success comes from knowing that you did your best to become the best that you are capable of becoming.
I believe Coach Wooden had another one similar to that involving success and knowing that you did your best and let the outcome kind of come as it may.
Right, and here's my last one that kind of flows right in with that. Excellence is the gradual result of always striving to do better.
Absolutely.
And again, I think a couple key words. Gradual result. It's not going to all happen real fast. and always striving to do better. Not just when and where you pick the time and place. No. Always, correct?
Consistent effort. It's that incremental gain over time.
Boom.
Witter.
The Rabbit. Luke Witter having a nice ball game here tonight. Kaboom. 3-ball for Luke Witter. And it's a 9-point advantage here. We're having a hard time here on our telecast because we have a cheerleader next to us.
Tell you what, he is amped up tonight.
Maybe we're going to have to move the cheerleader. He obviously wants airtime. I think you need to go over with him. You need to go over and sit with him.
You got to make sure now McFarland's got to be cognizant of them trying to pin the back half of the zone on the skip.
Johnson.
Here's that pin right there.
Zeman. Yep. Zeman. Over to Fox. Going to launch the 3-ball. No good. And Spang was on the inside of Chisholm, but don't know. I'll have to look at the board and check and see.
Ended up hitting the wire on the
it did. It hit the wire up
Yep.
above? Okay. All right, 9-point lead, 42-33, 7:10 left to go. Battle for second place in your Rock Valley Conference at stake here tonight. Chisholm, guarded by Spang. Witter taking Fox, kick it out. Wanta.
Love the jump stop, but you got to locate that pass a little better.
Oh, Witter.
Another offensive
And again,
board.
Trey Chisholm keeping the ball alive. Oh, beautiful assist by Philip Robinson. Going into Cody Wanta, and his second deuce to go with 3 trays. 10 points for Cody Wanta, and we're at 44-33.
And I'll tell you the key to that is as soon as Philip caught it, he peeked at the rim, took a look and see what he had.
Cone trying to bounce pass it through a body. .6:31 left to go, 44-33. Boy, very low scoring output here for the Crimson Tide tonight, averaging 60 points a ball game. And
got to watch the leg whip by Long here on the weak side.
And force him to kick it out to Cone on top. Jenny, once pass to Johnson. Side Long going against Chisholm, and a bailout on that. That wasn't much of anything, but guess Long did the right thing. At least got his body into Chisholm on that. And third foul on Trey Chisholm.
They need to implement a rule where if you shoot it underhand, you don't get free throws. I have a hard time looking at it as a valid shot attempt. Now,
especially when it's behind the backboard.
You know, there is that part of it too.
Yes. Austin Long here, 0 for 1. 0 for 2. And 0 for 2, what else is new? 11 points, Spartan lead here, 6:15. Time to be patient, be smart. Witter, Wanta, be patient, look for the good shot right now. Stay active. Witter, Chisholm. Robinson.
Another offensive rebound. My
Oh,
goodness.
man. Witter. Little hand up. Gave up a little 3-foot opportunity himself to dish it to Patchen. And Hunter Patchen, 3 out of 4 tonight. Again, I hope you appreciated that interview with Hunter Patchen at halftime tonight. I really enjoyed doing those with all the senior kids, boys and girls. Slow down.
And I'll tell you, I got to say thank you for taking the time to do that with our crew especially. I know the girls really love the experience, and it's been a lot of fun watching those interviews and just seeing how mature and
they've grown up,
how well-rounded they are as young ladies. It's been very exciting.
And let's just talk with the coach here myself at halftime. We were talking about, boy, basketball doesn't necessarily have to be the number one thing with these girls or boys. I mean, they are looking as to how this sport and everything has helped them become a better person. Oh, and the Stockton layup by Jacob Fox. A deuce, and we're down to a 10-point game, 45-35. Yep, I'll tell you, it really warms your heart to see those kids talking about a lot more than basketball. Behind the back dribble by Clayton Jenny. Up over to Cohn. Decided not to go up with the 3-ball and then dribble it off his foot. And we have a timeout Edgerton called. And they are going to say that was called before Cohn dribbled the ball off his foot.
Yeah,
I like that expression on your face, Coach.
I thought Phillip was in transition when that timeout was called.
Don't even remind me of that, because again, that takes me back to, we've discussed this, the regional final ball game, where a young man who's listening now down in Columbia, South Carolina, stole the ball, had one dribble going to the opposite end to score what would have been a tying basket, and was whistled for a foul, and then we went technicals and everything else, and ball game over, and it was like, wait a second.
I tell you,
kind of hard to do after the kid's already taken a dribble with the ball.
My very first year when we had our sectional semifinal against Wilmot Union at Waukesha West.
Remember the ball game, Coach?
Yes,
I was there.
You sitting in the chair next to Coach Minner, I believe.
Yep, yes, we were. We were in attendance.
Christine Hettinger steals the inbound, goes up for the layup. We now have a lead. And it was all for naught because a timeout was called, and no one in the gym could have heard it. It was signaled in from the official standing in front of Wilmot's bench. So I'm if anyone could have heard it, it would have been that individual. But boy, was that a heartbreaking.
Heartbreaking, absolutely. Yep, those are ones you never forget. Oh my goodness! And Johnson, and again, rather than kissing it off the glass, tries to lay it straight in and off the back iron, no good. But tipped off Chisholm out of bounds. 5:09 left to go in our ball game here tonight. Again, Bill the Big K Cather along with the coach, Pete Willickett, sitting by my side. Thanks again, Coach. This is just wonderful having you here. 5 minutes left to go in your ball game tonight. Jacob Fox can't leave him alone, and kaboom! His second tray.
I was just going to say, I remember another game in this gymnasium with about this much time left and about that score that got very, very interesting. So.
Wanta! Kaboom! Nassau lights it up. His third tray of the night to go with 2 deuces, 13 points, and he answers Fox's 3-ball. 48-38.
Nice job staying ready by that kid.
Fox! No good. Air ball. Cone, nice save. He's very athletic. Jenny inside to Johnson. Spinning to the basket. He's going up against Chisholm, and the kiss off the glass by Alec Johnson. His first deuce of the night to go with the free throw, 3 points. 8-point ball game, 48-40, 4:10 left to go in your ball game. Phillip being guarded by Donovan Cone. Give and go, no good. And Long making a nice decision there. In the corner, Johnson, 3-ball, no good. Oh my goodness. Jacob Fox, airborne, almost tipped that baby back in.
He came from the left wing. He's the one who entered the ball to Johnson in the corner.
Right.
What a tremendous crash by that kid.
Yep.
You're starting to see some of these offensive rebounds now on the other end. McFarland's got to make sure that they're blocking out, making sure that they go seek that ball off the rim.
Right. Again, Tuesday evening, January the 23rd, 2018, McFarland, Wisconsin. Cody knocking down number 1. Saw him at Open Gym on Saturday, was talking with him about the Cather 6-step free throw. Said he kind of forgot a little bit of it. I said, hey, slow it down. That's the only thing I request. You know the steps, you know what to do, and kaboom. Knock it down, 2 for 2. Nice job by Cody, and we're back to a 10-point Spartan advantage, 50-40, 3:44 left to go in your ball game. Clayton Jennings, Zima. Got to keep an eye on the shooter, Fox. Cone.
Great patience by
Jenny.
Cone on that one.
Fox, he'll launch him from anywhere. A little deep. Oh, stay away. And again, Alec Johnson coming up big inside. Put back deuce. 3:15 left to go. 8-point ball game. 50-42.
Another offensive rebound.
each possession becoming more and more important. Kick it back to Chisholm, mishandle, double team, and they are going to get a foul on Jacob Fox. Boy, Chisholm was almost triple teamed over there.
Well, Patch has got to be careful. He's got to make sure he keeps his feet when he makes his pass. Now that was almost a second turnover where the kid's leaving his feet.
Do not leave the floor. Trayvon Chisholm, the tower of power, knocking it down. 3 for 3 from the stripe tonight. Just 2 deuces to go with 3 free throws.
McFarland's just got to keep doing all those little things. Come meet the pass, stay on your feet, box out on D, close out on shooters, all those little mental things right now.
Fundamentals. 52-42, 2:55 left to go in your ball game. Seaman. Fox. Guarded closely by Robinson. Zima. Jenny.
Locate your shooter, weak side here. Nice job by Patch,
Zima.
inching up towards
Jenny.
him.
You can see the Fox is calling for it, but now they moved him out to the top, and an errant pass. And out of bounds. Boy, big turnover right there.
Edgerton's going to want to make sure when they swing that ball away that they're exchanging their perimeter players so that you can't locate the shooter quite as easily as they are right now.
Right. Give the ball back to your leader, Brady Butler. Keep your head up. Here comes the double. Chisholm. Oof. Kind of got bailed out there, jumped in the air. I think everybody was assuming he was going to a little kiss off the glass. Instead, passing it to a cutting Cody Wanta coming in on the backside, and that would have been a turnover right there had the foul not been committed. 2:18 left to go in your ball game, 52-42.
The double bonus here, it won't much matter in terms of the shooting.
Chisholm, nice night from the stripe tonight. 5 for 5 so far to go with 2 deuces, up to 9 points. The average is 14.2 on the year.
Going to see a defensive switch here from McFarland. Kind of keep Edgerton guessing, keep them having to have to change their attack.
I've commented on yourself as well as Coach Meinhold, both liking to switch up the defense, especially going down the stretch. Give a team a totally different look coming down the stretch. Oh, man. Oh, we had a timeout. Chisholm was thinking, oh, my goodness, I just got number 4 there on the reach, but not to be.
Yeah, making that switch at the end there or during the late run of the game causes the offense to have to hesitate a little bit, causes them to have to kind of over-communicate, figure out what they're doing. It keeps them from being as aggressive going to the rim with only 2 minutes to go here.
How about this quote? You like this one? When nothing seems to go right, go left. I always love throwing some of these little quotes out here at the coach, huh?
Yeah.
Hey, by the way, did you get my football wisdom?
I did.
Did you look at any of those?
That was some pretty good stuff.
Aren't there some we love quotes. I just love them. Some are just for fun, and some can be real teaching and learning tools, correct?
Yes. I tell you what, the master of quotes is still a gentleman by the name of Yogi in the old baseball world.
Oh, Yogi Bear?
Yes,
Oh.
Yogi Bear. Oh, my goodness.
I got to tell you, our next ball game against Evansville, I've got a list of Yogi quotes. I'm going to bring those with me. Yep, I saw those in a magazine once, and I actually cut them out.
I've used a few of those just to see people's heads spin a little bit.
Yep. Oh, Cody brought the ball down. Cone, and he was fouled from behind. Difficult. Do not bring that ball down because as soon as you do, pressure's coming. The trap's coming. $1:39 to go, 54-42. Spartans in control as long as you're patient and be smart. Cone now 3 of 8 from the line. Just look at what free throws, what a difference they could have made in this ball game if you're knocking them down.
Free throws and mental composure.
Yep. Chisholm. Zemet. Little 3-footer, no good, batted down. And Cone, oh, nice job by Patch and Iwana in the corner. Cody going to dribble it out, and he's fouled from behind by Johnson at the 1:18 mark left to go.
experience here for our crew.
Yep, saying need to control the ball. You can hand it to the official when a call's made. Don't just throw it ahead or drop it on the floor. Cody, no. Honeycomb out. 2 for 3. Cody won a nice ball game tonight. 2 deuces, 3 trays. Shout out to his great grandma and grandpa, Ray and Fran, as well as Aunt Chris, Uncle Kurt, down in Lake Geneva tonight watching the ball game. And what do we have here?
Looks like we have another technical being assessed. I'm assuming.
And Cody's going to knock down the free throw.
I think the technical is going in this direction this time against McFarland. They had to clear the lane to finish his free throws, and now Edgerton will get a chance to shoot theirs on that end.
You can see an explanation being given to Coach Meinholt. Not opposing. You know, it seemed that at least the official gave him a reasonable explanation of it. That's all you can ask for, right?
Yeah.
No need to holler or yell, just explain to me why. And Jacob Fox, 2 for 2. 55-44, $1.18 left to go in your ball game here tonight. Fox to inbounds, 10-point McFarland advantage.
Again, they're going to want to exchange those perimeter players so they can get Fox
Wiley
open.
into Johnson. Oh, beautiful spin move, but an overlay. And there's Cone on the back side. And Patchen and Cone battling for it. The ball came off Cone out of bounds. 55-45. Inbounds to Butler. Head up. Philip Robinson. On the corner, Trey Chisholm. And we have a 10-second call. 54.8 seconds left to go. 55-45.
I think they called Trey out of bounds on the catch down on this end before that 10-second even.
Was it? Okay.
He ended up chasing it down to the sideline there. You got nobody behind you here. You got to know where you're at real estate-wise.
Fox, oh, he's going to let it fly. Oh, honeycombed out. Big miss. Chisholm was fouled. And that's going to make it really tough on the Crimson Tide. Had that ball gone down, that would have pushed it to 7. 50 seconds left to go. Trey Chisholm going back to the line, the Tower of Power. 6 for 6 from the stripe tonight to go with 2 deuces, 10 points. And, of course, the broadcaster's jinx. And Coach Meinholt. Yeah, I've got a request. Go over to the student section. All right. So let's see here, Coach. Why don't we talk a little bit about what you got coming up next with the girls?
Well, Thursday we're on the road at Evansville. You know, the biggest thing that we're worried about right now, finals week. To be honest, the first time we came in the gym all week today was for about 15, 20 minutes. Just kind of just get our legs loose, get our arms shooting a little bit again. Just trying to get these girls through finals week, get them off to a great start. Kind of starts to die down a little bit as you get a couple of these finals knocked out here early in the week. So tomorrow we'll hit the floor again with a full prep, getting ready for Evansville, and that's about it. I think we're back home next week. I want to say maybe Parents' Night, I heard. Broadhead, Judah coming into town. Broadhead, I should say.
Okay, I'm not sure. My next telecast is going to be Evansville boys game, which will be my final boys telecast. I've just got them due to we just don't have the staff to go with any more games after that, as well as we are doing your final game against Beloit Turner here on February the 16th. So one more boys game, one more girls game after this, and it's tournament time, but obviously WIA does not allow us to do those. So hope you've enjoyed the season, and big free throw by Trey Chisholm. 7 out of 8, an 11-point advantage for the Spartans. 40 seconds left to go. Over to Zemet. No good. Rebound on the backside. There's Donovan Cohn going inside. Boy, did you see how he switched hands in midair? And Cone and Butler in a collision down there. Cone, nice sportsmanship by Donovan Cone. I like to see that. Knocking Butler to the ball, but both aggressive players.
Nice adjustment at the timeout right there, having Butler face guard Fox, just to try to make sure he doesn't get them back into a 2-3 possession game here with one of those big shots up top.
Right. Blender, Brady Butler going to the stripe. 3 for 4 on the game so far. First toss up. A little strong. We're 31.7 seconds left, and full-scale substitutions being made by Coach Fox at Edgerton. Thus, I would say
Got a couple
concession.
Yeah.
Butler missing it. 56-45, 30 seconds left to go in your ball game tonight here from McFarland, Wisconsin. 32 in the ball game. Norland, good. Rebound to Schwarting. Over to Tenius. And your McFarland Spartans here tonight on Tuesday night, January the 23rd, are going to move into sole possession of second place in the Rock Valley Conference tonight with a 56-45 victory over the Crimson Tide of Edgerton. So, Coach, I'll let you say a final word, and then I'll put a final wrap on it, and we will be out for tonight.
Well, a very nice job of McFarland kids, a couple people stepping up and having some really, really nice games here. You know, Cody Wanta hitting a couple of those shots. Daniel Tenney's moving into the starting lineup. Patch doing a nice job doing his thing on the glass. And overall, just a good team win by those kids.
Right. And again, we wish you the best of luck as you continue on remainder of your season, because we're not going to see you again here, at least not on TV, until your final home game, senior night against Beloit Turner. So best of luck to you, Coach. And like I said, through the interviews and everything else, just so many neat things that the kids have said about you and the program and everything else, and about becoming better people, and it's more than just basketball. So kudos to you, and again, thanks a ton for helping out here again tonight.
I appreciate it. If all I've done is made them better basketball players, then I've failed. So
Yep.
I'm glad to hear that it's hit with a few of them, and,
Yep.
and I know that they'll be far better young ladies and wives and mothers and whatever their life chooses than they ever will be basketball
Players, how true.
That's also probably my fault too, though. So
That's good. We like to have a lot of fun. So this is Bill, the Big KK there. Let me put a little wrap on this. I'd like again to extend a huge heartfelt thank you to our Cable 982 staff tonight. On the cameras, Patrick Hasty and BB Benny Becks. And on the board tonight, smiling Ryan Denzer. And from the Twin Cities, Patrick T.C. Morn. So again, my hope is that this telecast tonight provided you, the viewing public, with an enjoyable evening in McFarland Youth Sports, and for the kids participating, another special memory for them. Again, I feel very honored and privileged to be given this opportunity. Be sure to either get here in person or join me for our next telecast on Thursday, February the 1st. Boys basketball will be my final boys telecast of the season due to staffing and other things, against the Blue Devils of Duke. No, the Blue Devils of Evansville. So once again, this is Bill, the Big K Cather, just living the dream, signing off, reminding you all, stay healthy, stay positive, live each day to its fullest. God bless you, and so long from McFarland, Wisconsin, USA.